1980, a diner employee by the name of Alan St. Jean set a Guinness World Record by peeling 50 pounds of onions in an impossibly fast 3 minutes and 18 seconds. In the 30 years since then, no one's even come close to breaking that record. So here's my challenge. I've got just 5 days to become the baddest onion peeler on the block, and then I'm going to attempt to peel 50 pounds of raw, eye-burning onions faster than anyone has ever done before, right here in Walla Walla, Washington, at their annual Onion Festival. Stay tuned, folks. This one's guaranteed to be a real tearjerker. In its 26th year, the two-day festival celebrates Washington State's most illustrious vegetable. I may be here to break the Guinness World Record, but before I start my training, I've been summoned by my official adjudicator.
Good afternoon, Bob. I understand you're here to break the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to peel 50 pounds of onions. Is this correct?
That's right, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. First, the onion should be standard yellow or brown onions. Second, the contestant may use one knife to peel the onions, but no other tools are allowed. As you complete peeling each onion, you should place it in a designated area for inspection by the witnesses. I want to emphasize, we take our onions very seriously in this valley. If you have no other questions, we wish you the best of luck.
I'm very clear on this, Your Honor.
You're dismissed.
I'm going to need a lot more than luck to crack this challenge. Hey, I'd like to introduce you to Chef Christian Chemin. Christian's the executive chef here at the Bon Appetit restaurant at Whitman College.
Before I'm training you, I want to see what you can do for me. This is 10 pounds of onion. This is my knife. And don't cry.
Don't worry. I've got my onion peeling goggles. I'm ready.
A real man don't wear that.
Oh, well, guess if I'm going to break a Guinness World Record, I'm going to do it like a man.
Ready? Go.
I've never cut onions for speed before. This is a whole new ballgame. All right, there we go. That's one. That's two.
This is already 55 seconds.
There we go, 4. To even touch the current record, I've got to average an onion every 5 seconds. How's my time doing?
Bad.
Oh, come on. All right, last one. Stop the clock. What's my time?
4 minutes and 7 seconds.
4 minutes and 7 seconds for 10 pounds?
Yep.
And the record is 3 minutes and 18 seconds for
Sorry?
50. I'm at least 5 times off the pace, more than that. And Christian says that my onions aren't even peeled correctly.
If you're working for me right now, I will fire you.
If I want a chance at breaking this record, first thing I've got to do is find the right tool for the job. Secondly, I've got to work on my dexterity, because I've got to turn myself into a veritable onion peeling machine. Lastly, I've got to figure out a way to keep these tears at bay. Because if I can't see what I'm doing, there's no way I'm going to break a record. Excuse me. If I'm going to beat this record, I need to start at the source. So I go to Cavalli Acre Farms to stock up on training onions and learn everything I can about Walla Walla sweets. Ben, how many acres of onions do you grow around here?
Well, right here in this field that we're standing, there's 12 acres.
So you are the classic small farmer. Well, you're not really that small, Ben. Walla Walla sweets are known for their huge size and sweet taste. The farmers in Washington State have been growing the variety for generations. This fragile root only grows for a few months of the year and has to be picked incredibly carefully by hand.
Just like eating an apple, really.
I was expecting this burning sensation in my mouth, but it's really quite sweet. And just right now, I'm starting to get just a little bit of that kind of tingly heat that I would expect from an onion. So listen, Ben, thanks so much for the tour, and thanks for this bag of practice onions.
You bet. No problem. Come see us anytime.
Before I get started on my training, I go to meet Chef Rex Grigg, the most appealing man in town. So, Chef, what are you going to make for me today?
Well, today we're going to make a caramelized sweet onion flan.
A caramelized sweet onion flan?
Yep, and a sunny side up egg just for lusciousness.
Whoa, man.
The first thing we're going to do, obviously, is slice some onions and get them caramelized.
Of course.
Get a good slice on that.
You've done this before.
I just started yesterday, actually. I moved my way up from dishwasher.
With a touch of oil, the onions are caramelized.
Next, we're going to add 2 cups of heavy cream.
Definitely one of those low-cal recipes, right?
Oh, it's almost fat-free, I assure you.
Yeah.
We're going to take these and throw them directly into the cream here to let them get some good onion flavor in there. We'll let it sit for a minute. We whisk in 5 egg yolks, then strain off the onions and pour into individual bowls. Then slide them in the oven in a water bath at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so an hour and 15 minutes? Hour and 15 minutes.
Well, that was the fastest hour and 15 minutes of my life.
Time flies when you're having fun, Bob. Rex plates the flan and serves it with an egg and some bacon, topped off with a luxurious treat, shaved Italian truffles.
Wow. So, you know, when I first heard the name of this recipe, I assumed it was like a dessert recipe, but it's not at all.
No, it's not dessert. This is a nice little appetizer. Good way to start the day. It's gonna be a mouth explosion.
Oh my God, all those flavors, just creamy richness.
If only peeling onions was as easy as eating them. It's time to start my training with Chef Shamin.
Will you show me how you do this?
Sure, absolutely, I would love to.
Go. Wow, 5.5, amazing. All right.
Chef Shamin fills me in on the secrets of his peeling techniques. When it comes to onions, you have to go straight to the root of the problem.
Yeah, I can see that, how the root's holding everything together here.
Cutting the top and bottom off first allows me to pull the tough outer layers off a lot faster. If the onion isn't completely peeled, I've got to go back and redo it, which will waste valuable seconds.
So this is where we are now. It's first to find the knife, select the size of the onion. Everything has to be very efficient.
I guess practice makes perfect.
Another 50 pound dog.
I've got a mountain of onions to peel before I can attempt to break this Guinness World Record. And if I want a real shot at it, I'm gonna have to come up with a secret weapon.
Got any tools?
I'm in Walla Walla, Washington, attempting to break the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to peel 50 pounds of onions. To get even close to the record, I've got to sharpen my skills.
If you're working for me right now, I will fire you.
If I'm going to succeed in my toughest challenge yet, I'm going to need a razor-sharp knife that can slice my time way down.
I thought I would just test these out and see if any of them really feel like they've got a different feel.
Go.
To determine my average time, I peel 2 onions with each knife. I need to get my time down to 5 seconds per onion.
It's done.
19 seconds.
19 seconds, okay.
Go.
These knives are insanely sharp. If my eyes tear up, I won't be able to see a thing. I could slice my fingers at any moment.
Done.
21 seconds.
This is embarrassing. At this rate, I'll never break the current record of 3 minutes and 18 seconds.
This is too big and unwieldy to hold the onion in my hand, but yeah, what happens if I do this? Spin it around.
Don't move your onion.
So what do you mean?
Then it goes this way.
That would save time.
3, 2, 1, go.
Boom, boom. Done. Boom, boom, boom. Stop the clock.
12 seconds. Par domaine.
Chef, that is a quantum leap.
You have to be very careful. One false move, your finger is gone.
My new knife has definitely helped me ramp up my speed, but 6 seconds per onion still isn't gonna cut it. So I head over to the Walla Walla Gardeners Association to get some insider tips on this punishing veggie.
Well, the Walla Walla Valley has a very evenly balanced pH level soil. It's very volcanic and it grows tremendous vegetables here. The pH level is responsible for the low pyruvic acid that you find in the onions. Pyruvic acid is what gives the onion the bite. It's what makes you cry.
So if I don't want to tear up with when I'm peeling them, I'd be wiser to go with a Walla Walla.
You'd be smart to pick a Walla Walla.
But on the other hand, I have to peel a 50-pound bag of onions, and that means that I want the heaviest onion.
Actually, a colossal Walla Walla sweet holds more water. This onion, for example, right here probably runs around a pound. In fact, a 50-pound unit would probably hold about 42 of these onions.
All right, well, let me give this a go. Look at that. Oh, yeah, perfect. Got a couple 100 pounds of these I can buy off you?
Absolutely.
These massive onions should give me a gigantic advantage. Before I get back to work, I visit my buddy Chef Rex again.
All right, so Chef, what's today's pride of Walla Walla?
Today on the menu, we have a roasted Walla Walla sweet onion stuffed with a house-made chorizo, and we're gonna pair that with a romesco sauce.
We top and tail a couple of Walla Wallas and slide them in a 350-degree Fahrenheit oven for an hour.
Over here for the stuffing.
Rex uses Walla Walla sweets and pork to make a homemade chorizo.
Okay, and if I don't have the time to make it myself, can I just take a chorizo that I buy at a Mexican market, take the skin off?
Definitely do that.
That's it, okay.
We add sliced sourdough bread and Anaheim chilies.
And if you just want to mash all that together really good.
And then we take the onions from the oven, remove the onion hearts, and replace them with the chorizo stuffing.
It's like an exploding volcano onion.
Exploding volcano of meat. And then we'll put this back in the oven for about 20 minutes.
We lay the onion on a warm dollop of romesco sauce. Top it off with chopped basil, and then drizzle with orange-infused olive oil.
So you've got the chorizo stuffing that has the Walla Walla onion in it, and you're serving that inside a Walla Walla onion.
With a sauce that has Walla Walla onions in it.
Wow, so like double your Walla Walla pleasure.
Triple your Walla Walla pleasure.
Oh, man, amazing. The chorizo and the onion together, fantastic. Thanks so much. Oh. Boom. With my massive knife and colossal onions, Chef Chemin should be able to help me chop this record to pieces.
Now you show me.
Chef Chemin times me on a few onions.
1, go.
These new onions are bigger, but that means there's a lot more peel to remove. So I've got to use every trick in the book to boost my speed. Stop the clock!
7 seconds average.
Then I have an idea that might just be a game changer. But you see, what happens is when I'm taking these and putting them down...
Oh, you lose 2 seconds by doing this.
Yeah. There are no Guinness World Record rules about having assistants. So if someone passes me the onions, I should be able to shave off some valuable seconds.
6 seconds, that's good.
Passing helps, but not enough. I'm still wasting time positioning the onion. Here. Every time I start my onions like this, then all of a sudden I just boom, boom, boom like that. That will save me time, won't it?
Yes, you will.
So my next question is, got any tools?
Yes, we do.
I'm only allowed to use one knife, but the rules don't say anything about my cutting surface. All right, so that looks like it's working out. And the onion fits perfectly in the hole. If one hole is helpful, 2 holes will be twice as helpful. It's time to put my new board to the test. Okay, guys, so here's what I'd love to do. I'd love to do like a mini time trial. Chef Seman has enlisted Chris, his sous chef, to assist me.
Go.
This cutting board is incredible, and it's really helping the feeding process. My speed's definitely improved. That's 2. The huge circumferences of the onions prevent me from going as fast as I need to. Shoot, totally lost my groove here. And the strong fumes are torture on my eyes. I'm really slowing down.
To be close.
Stop the clock.
71 seconds.
6.5 seconds per onion.
You know what? That's slightly better, but
Improvement.
A long way to go.
It's definitely improvement.
yeah, but it's not any Guinness World Record time. I've got just 1 day left, and my onion peeling pace is still way behind. It's time to be a man and face my onion fears and tears head on.
You're a little puffy there.
I'm here in Walla Walla, Washington to challenge the Guinness World Record for peeling onions. But at the rate I'm going, it's all gonna end in tears.
If I can't do something to get to 4.5 seconds, I'm not breaking any records.
There's 1 more day before my record attempt, but the 2-day festival has already taken over this town. Everyone in Walla Walla has come out to celebrate the sweet onion. I decide to check out the most popular dish at the festival. All right, well, it doesn't get any better than this. I'm here with Carrie Korbashevsky, and she's making bloomin' onions. Tell me how you make these.
Start with a basic onion.
Carrie takes a colossal Walla Walla sweet and cuts it in an onion bloomer. She dips the onion, which is held together by the root, in a bowl of milk and eggs. Then, she dredges it in a mixture of flour and her own special blend of spices. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is a thing of beauty. My onion tears are still slowing me down. So while I'm here, I ask the locals for tips on how to keep the tears at bay.
Peel them underwater.
Put a piece of the onion on your head.
My solution is a gas mask.
When I peel onions, which I don't, but when my mom peels onions, she just takes it like a man.
It's time to put some of these old wives' tales to the test. Rex gives me 2 of the most eye-stinging onions in the market. All right, well, let's just test these onions on their own, right? With no protection at all.
No protection.
Okay. So here we go. Well,
You're a little puffy there.
let's try very obvious.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a shoulder right here if you need to cry on it.
Thanks, dude.
How's that working for you?
It's working well.
Hey, you don't look like a sad, sappy sucker now. Look like a goofball.
There's only one problem, though.
And what's that?
Chef Shemin won't allow me to wear any kind of eye protection. Says that real men don't wear eye protection.
We don't wear eye protection.
No? At least you know you can do this at home and it'll work. Next up, a candle.
I think any closer, you'll burn your nose hairs right up. Well, I'm not crying. It seems to be working fairly well.
Yeah.
It's good as a nose.
All right, I think we would file this one under don't try this at home. And the most popular wives' tale of all, red.
Just kind of suck through it.
Yeah. Kind of working.
I can tell. You're not crying.
Oh, hard to communicate.
I like it better that way, actually. But what I really suggest, be a man.
All right, Chef, I'll try and be a man like you.
Good go.
Oh! Tomorrow's the big day, so Chef Shaman enlists an additional hand for my team. Today, we'll be running through a full 50-pound bag of onions. Chef Shaman will be inspecting each onion. If there's any skin left, the clock won't stop until I go back and rip it off. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna see exactly where we stand.
Right.
Make or break time right here.
Okay, you guys are ready?
Yes, Chef.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm off to a quick start. This modified cutting board has definitely turbocharged my technique. But to stay on pace, I've got to peel with wild abandon. And at this pace, I'm close to doing some major damage to my fingers.
Come on, Bob.
As my eyes well up, I put on a brave face and try to take it like a man.
You got 2 rejects, Bob.
A reject? That's gonna cost me.
No more rejects. Come on. Snap that knife. Make it go.
Fast, come on.
Come on.
Down to the last
Come on.
reject.
Stop the clock! What are we at?
4:26.
That's not good.
Dang.
Not close.
You did awesome. That was a good attempt.
Yeah, you know what? Attempts aren't good enough. Even 3:19 is not good enough.
Still short.
The only thing that counts is 3:17 or less. It's showtime tomorrow, and I'm still miles away from my goal.
Do you think he can do it?
Will I take home a Guinness World Record, or will I be sent home in tears? Let the carnage begin. You need a thick skin to take on a 30-year-old record for peeling onions, or maybe just a thick head. But that's what I've come to do at the 26th Annual Sweet Onion Festival. Let's see how this goes.
Make or break time right here.
The day of reckoning's arrived, and the festival is in full swing. My first task is to weigh in my onions. I can't weigh in any less than 50 pounds, but any more means extra onions to peel. Fortunately, I come out at just the right amount. Am I nervous? You better believe it. I've also sharpened this knife like a razor sharpness. Look at that. It doesn't get any sharper. This record has stood for 30 years. No one has been able to take it down. So my goal today is to beat it by just 1 second. If I can do that, I'm in the book.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are just about 30 minutes away from a Guinness World Record attempt. Do you think he can do it?
The audience keeps getting bigger, and the crowd only adds to the pressure. At least Chef Rex is here to give me some support. The current record for peeling 50 pounds stands at 3 minutes and 18 seconds. And right now, beating that time seems impossible. The Guinness judges have arrived at the scene. Chef Allen will make sure the onions are completely peeled.
If I see any problems whatsoever, I will be sending them back.
And just when I thought things couldn't get any worse.
Okay, Bob, can I inspect your knife and your equipment here?
Yes, sir.
I think we might have a problem, though. Your cutting board that you've been using, the holes constitute an aid, a method of assisting you. You're going to need to use a straight, flat board.
You mean I can't?
That board, in my opinion, doesn't qualify.
I am so screwed. My whole technique was based on this cutting board.
Bad news before we even get started.
The judge ruled that my customized cutting board is a tool, and according to the Guinness World Record rules, the only tool I'm allowed is my knife. Without my customized board, I don't think I have a chance at cracking this record. I'm giddy with despair.
Bob, any last words?
Let the carnage begin.
I hope there's medical personnel close by.
So I change my focus and do my best to harness my nervous adrenaline.
3, 2, 1, peel, let's go!
Without my board, I'm forced to take the time to set each onion upright, but I continue to use the 2-onion system I created. My only hope to keep my edge is to slice with abandon. If I lose my rhythm by even a nanosecond, I could chop off a finger.
Come on, let's hear it!
As the audience cheers me on, I'm desperate to keep up the pace. It's either a Guinness World Record or a trip to the emergency ward. I've got to keep slicing. I have to stay in the zone, and I am. I'm down to my last few onions. I'm almost there.
Take it home, Bob! Take it home!
A reject? That's gonna cost me.
Top of that redo, Bob. Top of that redo. Just cut it off right there.
I have no idea if I've set a new record.
2 minutes and 39 seconds!
2 minutes!
Wow!
Yeah! 2 minutes and 39 seconds! I can't believe it! But there's one other onion record, and that record is the fastest amount of time to eat an onion.
Go get him! Chew, come on! Help him out! He's chewing, he's doing this for you! Should we tell him or not? 53, 54...